You had this line that I thought was so powerful. You say, the church's rejection of me felt like God's rejection of me since I only had experienced God in the context of the church.
Mm.
Elaborate more on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that is the experience broadly of most LGBT Christians, and even I would say the experience of many women and many of people of color, especially in the world of the evangelical church that I came from. My story begins like I was a 12-year-old, didn't grow up religious, ended up going to a fundamentalist megachurch with my neighbors. And I had a salvation experience there, but really in the past few years, I've contextualized how I tell and understand what happened as a 12-year-old there. Because I used to say it was the Spirit of God changed my heart. I had a conversion experience, got born again, used all of that language. And I think there's truth to that. But working through kind of my childhood through therapy, I've also discovered that what saved me at 12 years old in that Baptist church was community for the first time. This young, awkward, bullied, highly anxious kid was welcomed into a community, told I belonged, told people were glad that I was there, told that I had a place and a future and a career and a life in this community. And so I really began to understand recently that the church is actually what saved me even more than my spiritual experience with God, because it gave me this place that set me on a different course of life. And so my understanding of God and church were intermingled until maybe 5 years ago. And that might not be exactly what every LGBT Christian story looks like, but most of us find God in the context of a church. And when a church ends up saying, because of some characteristic about you that you didn't choose and cannot change, you are no longer welcome here and you no longer belong, that's not just a church telling you that you're not welcomed here. That is God. The church represents, the pastor represents the authority of God. And what that means is, and I think so many people fail to recognize this, it's not just rejection from a community. It is eternal condemnation in hell. Like that is the magnitude of what a rejection of a church means for an evangelical young person.